for 10 years it was dead. Boxing, it seems like it's been dead a little longer.
It has been, yeah.
Than 10 years, you know. And
you know what you need, man?
What?
You need an awesome, like if Floyd Mayweather, who's, by the way, huge draw, still sells huge tickets.
Yeah.
But if he was a heavyweight, we are just obsessed with bigger and better.
Yeah,
bigger is always what. If he was as good as he is, a heavyweight, boxing would be even like way more popular.
Yeah, I mean,
we love a heavyweight.
I guess that's kind of the same in UFC. Everyone likes the John Dodson and like the small guys, but everyone comes out for the like light heavyweight and up or middleweight and up, I guess.
They want to see it, man. They want to see it.
Do you see the ads that are out for like it's like knockout boxing? It's like a tiny ring. It's just a circle and there's no space. So like all they can do is just throw haymakers at each other. It's been on TV for pay-per-view. It's crazy.
Really?
It's a small ring. There's no cage. There's no ropes. So it's just
the other thing that sorry to cut you off.
No, it's fine.
But about a guy like Tyson too, is that he knew how popular he was, and he knew that people wanted to see a show. He was aware of that. And a lot of guys who fight these days, you'll see like a lot of things about boxers now is like, I mean, you know, a good boxer does, you know, learn your style, learn what you're doing, and adapt and try to attack your weaknesses. But Tyson, on top of having that skill, was still aware that like, not only is this arena full, but millions and millions of people, and I'm gonna go for it because I know people want to see the knockout. So even if he doesn't get it, he would go for the knockout because he knows that part of it is being a showman. That's part of being a world-class prize fighter, is it's a show. You know, you want to see, you don't want to watch a guy dance for fucking 10 rounds, do you? No. I don't want to see a guy just fucking slip and then fucking run around the ring. I want to see him go for the knockout. That's when everyone stands up.
I don't know anything about boxing, but that's one of the criticisms I heard of Mayweather Jr. is that his past few fights, he wins, but it's just he wins because he's a smarter boxer, and it's not.
He's the most skilled in that class, I think, by far. Okay. I think he's the most. So he has the skills to do whatever he wants. I think the older he gets, the more he definitely wants to keep that 0 in the loss column. And even though he could go in there and just trade punches and probably end up doing some severe damage, maybe even knock people out or down at least. I think as he knows the career is winding down, the 0 in the loss column becomes more precious. Yeah. And you go like, dude, I want to go down as no losses. I think that's in his head.
You know, it's funny how he's fighting Canelo next. Again?
Yes, you're right. Yes, it is.
And it's...
No. Canelo just fought.
Right. So I'm sorry. He's fighting the guy. He's rematching the guy.
Right.
The Argentinian.
Marquez?
No. Who's he fighting, Lisa?
Fuck, man.
I'm going to look for it.
Yeah, he's rematching that dude that took him to 14 rounds or 15 rounds. That was a great fight, the Argentinian.
Yeah.
And then, but it's funny how when I was growing up...
Madonna?
Madonna. It was like, you know, you had Duran and Sugar Ray Leonard and Thomas Hearns and, you know, Marvin Hagler. And there was just this whole Alexis Arguello. You had these personalities. And yes, Muhammad Ali was still there, you know. But you had, it seems like it's not like that in boxing. You have 3 or 4 guys that you're basically interested in, that you know of, and you do it. That's how I feel. That's how I am with boxing. I know the Klitschko
guys,
the Klitschko brothers. I know
Pacquiao.
It sounds crazy, but part of it is that we're speaking as Americans in America, but we need Americans in the whatever's the biggest thing in the division for whatever sport to be the best, for America to be into it.
Involved, yes.
If Team USA got to the final, won for sure, but if they even got to the finals of the World Cup, you would see a crazy boost. There's a boost that happened. More people than ever in this country watched that. Like, the World Cup became more interesting to them, and soccer, and you saw the interest go up. I saw more people than ever talking about it and watching those. If that team were to go on further, you would see something crazy happen. And the same thing happens with that. The Klitschkos are bad for American fans of boxing because they don't give a shit. We know who they are, but no one cares.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, we need Americans to fucking dominate for us to be really excited about it.
That's true. That's true. And I've noticed it even at UFC matches. Like I've always said, the Christmas card, the New Year's card after Christmas Day, that card has to be a little bit more American than most of the cards throughout the year. A lot of people go to Vegas, they buy tickets just to go see the UFC, and they know, you want the Chuck Liddells on that card. You want the Captain America on that card. You want the Rich Franklins on that card.
For which show specific? For which one?
The Christmas show.
The Christmas
one
one.
after December 25th. This year it's January 2nd. But they usually have a December 29th show, December 28th. If you look at those throughout the year, for those to really be good, you have to stop touching the mic. Somebody keep touching the mic. I heard ba-boom, ba-boom. Move your cell phones away from the fucking mics and shit. And I've noticed it, that on those cards throughout the year, they could have Brazilians headline that card. But for that December 29th, they always like Ronda Rousey and Gina Carano would do great on that card. This year, now it's Cormier against John Jones. That's a well-known, you follow me? But they'll have Gina Carano and whatever. They want that on that. So it's just amazing the difference. And when you go to the UFCs, you hear people chanting. And I forget sometimes, USA. I'm like, why the fuck are they chanting? Oh, he's fighting a Brazilian guy. He's fighting a Chinese guy.
Well, you'll see it, too, if you do the road one. Like, I've gone to one in Australia, and I've gone to one in Canada. And whenever they obviously bring out the fighter from that country, the place goes nuts, which makes total sense.
I don't mind if they go nuts. It's when they start going USA.
Oh, yeah, well, that's different.
And now this poor little fucking Chinese guy in the UFC, he's feeling bad. He's in the ring by himself. You
feel bad about that?
I really do. It embarrasses me. Like, he's our guest. And you're making him fucking feel bad. It's bad. Let me see you fly 12 hours from your country without an octopus next to you, whatever the fuck they eat. And then you go to Vegas and you gotta fucking lose 10 pounds and you gotta walk and then you gotta fight some guy. And while you're fighting, people yelling USA. And you're from little fucking Hong Kong, you're 5'6". You know what I'm saying? You were trained to be a butler, and here you are, people yelling fucking USA, USA. So it bothers the fuck out of me when I go to those things. I'm like, really?
I always get uncomfortable just at that chant, honestly, anywhere. Like that, for some reason, maybe it's like some weird thing about when you're from the most powerful country in the world, to hear people chant it at bar, I get uncomfortable with it. You know what I mean? Like, I just do. Even obviously in this country, when people are I feel like it's almost obnoxious, to be.
Makes me feel bad.
Yeah.
I don't know why.